Hey, yo, what's the deal? What's the deal, kings and queens and coffee talkers of all kinds? It's your boy, Will. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Will. Drinking some coffee, black coffee. Hey, check this out, man. I got this video, man. It's a little bit controversial, you know what I mean? Depending on what side that you on the spectrum that you're standing on, this side or that side or whatever, you know what I mean? Shout out to the content creator who created this piece, J Kid Productions, you know what I mean? I just thought it was interesting, and I thought I wanted to share his video as well, and then shed a little light on it, you know what I mean? I got my own comments about it. I want y'all to check it out, and y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Let's get into it.
Told you for the last time, do not have him watching my child, bro. Why do you have him watching my child, man?
First of all, where did you even come from?
What you mean? I just came from the jail. Where is you going, man? Give me my child, bro.
Keep this man.
Give me my child, man. Why you got him watching our child, man?
What's wrong with him watching?
I don't want him watching my child. Look at him.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You
him.
don't confuse my child, man. Give my child,
Ain't
bro.
nothing wrong with him.
Give my child, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with him.
What you mean? There ain't nothing wrong with him.
Nothing wrong
And then
with
you
him.
pay him $5.
No. Dallas, you cool with it?
I know. I told you I don't want your brother watching my child, bro. I told you that. I told you that I don't want your brother watching my child.
What are you watching him?
Man, give me my son, man. Give me my son, bro. Give me my son, man.
Move.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Man, give me my son.
Dallas.
Give me my son.
See,
Oh, I told you that from the get-go. I don't want him watching my... I don't even want him around my child, bro. I don't even want him around my child.
because you...
What you mean?
It's okay, bro. You can go.
Come on, man. I don't even want him in my crib,
You
bro.
gonna watch him? You gonna watch your kid?
I don't even want him. Yes, I will watch my kid.
No.
Get him out of here, man. I don't even want this nigga in my crib. Just look at him, man.
And look
And
at
then
you.
you gave him $5.
Yep. Yep. It's like that. Things is just like that. In today's society, man, nothing can bring us more apart than something like this. You know what I mean? Something like this where a kid this young can be that way. I can't say what I want to say on TikTok because they will shadow ban you. You know what I mean? So this kid appears to be on the opposite way. If you looked at the video, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? He's dressing up. He got the makeup on. He got everything on. So we already know which way he's going. Now, a kid this young, you know, it used to be a time that I used to say, oh, he was born that way. Then it came to a time where I was like, well, it couldn't been born that way. It's had to been taught. Then now, in my mind frame now, you know, with all the vaccines that they're giving you, with all the stuff that they're putting inside, the chemicals that they're putting inside the food, now the kids that are being born don't have a chance. They can't stand a chance. Now, is this father wrong for feeling the way he feels? No, he's not wrong for feeling the way he feels, because a heterosexual male, real man, stand-up man like myself, you know, a real stand-up man who wants to raise his son, his kids, you know, you cannot muzzle his feelings. You cannot muzzle the way he want to raise his kid, especially if it's a boy, you know. In that way, society is trying to muzzle the way we feel when it comes down to our sons growing up that way, or leaning toward that way, wearing makeup and stuff like that. That is not how real men want to raise their sons. We want to raise our sons to be men. You know what I mean? Now, being that you are a father and you're raising your son, and along the lines your son becomes that way, do you give up on your son? No, you don't give up on your son. You have to love him. You still have to love your kid. That's your kid. You know what I mean? You vow to protect your kid no matter what. You know what I mean? Some guys will be in the comment, I ain't raising no this kind of guy. I ain't raising that. Well, you vow to don't give up on family. You got homeboys that act just like that, and you don't give up on them. You know what I mean? You got homeboys that act the same way, just like that, but you don't give up on them. You know what I mean? So your homeboys is more better than your son. You know what I mean? You cannot give up on your son, no matter what. No matter what. You know what I mean? This is your son. You have to love him as well. You have to still love him. You know? The same way as your daughter. If your daughter goes and she turns around and along the lines, she become that way, you still have to love her. You're the only person in the world that your kid is supposed to be able to run to for shelter, for strength, for guidance. You know what I mean? For protection. You're the father. You're supposed to protect your kids at all costs. You know what I mean? I got a son and a daughter. Had my son and my daughter went that way, you know, hey, I'm still gonna love mine. I'm still gonna die for mine. I'm still gonna get out there for mine. I may not like your ways. I may not like what you do. You know, I don't want you really bringing your them type of friends over to me. But at the same time, I still have to love you. And I'm not going to act shady towards you. I'm not going to say, well, I'm not speaking to you ever again. That's foolish. You're going to miss a bunch of great years with your kid because you being foolish in your mind. You being foolish. You being stubborn and you being foolish. And that's not good. That's not good because, you know, your kids going to have kids. Your kids are going to have kids. And what they're going to tell their kids when their grandfather is still alive, but don't want to have nothing to do with them and the kid. That's foolish. That's foolish. We have to change our way of thinking. We have to change our way of thinking because we cannot live our kids' lives for them. We cannot live our kids' lives for them. That's their life to live. Because they don't live it the way you want it. You had your chance. You had your however old you are now, that's how many years of chance you had to get your life right. You know what I mean? They can't live your life for you. You know what I mean? You can't just say, okay, I got to continue my life on and I'm going to pass it on to him this way. I want him to live. No, it don't work like that. Because when you was at that age, you didn't want nobody telling you what to do and how to live. Not even your own mom and dad. You know what I mean? That's the way I think on that. That's the way I feel about that. If my son or my daughter start dressing as the opposite sex and start acting as the opposite sex, you know what I mean? I'm still gonna love mine. I'm never gonna give up on mine, ever. Ever. You hear me? Ever. I'm never gonna give up on mine. I would die for mine. Grown as my kids is right now, I would get out here and die for my nieces, my nephews. You know, I'm not gonna live their life for them. That's them, and I'm still gonna love them no matter what. You know what I mean? That's the same way. The love that I have for my kids is the same love that I would say that if you find out your daughter's pregnant and she's 13 years old. You know what I mean? If you find out that she's pregnant and she's 13 years old, do you abort that baby for her? Make that decision for her and abort that baby? No. For me, no. Absolutely not. I'm not going to unalive family. That baby is family. I'm not unaliving nothing. And I dare anybody to say anything about my 13-year-old with a baby. That's family. That's family. You're supposed to ride for family, no matter what. You don't abort it. You don't give it away or nothing like that. That's family. At the end of the day, that's family. You know what I mean? What kind of person you are if you do that? You know, that says you don't care nothing about family. Nothing. At the end of the day, that 13-year-old baby still needs you, and her baby still needs you. That's your grandbaby at the end of the day. You don't give it away. You don't throw it away. You don't do none of that. That's yours. That's it. That's all I got on the topic. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You know? and drink black coffee. It's good for you.